Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. The quick feet by Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise. With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. On his look for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the reigning AFC champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Dak Prescott. He's going to scramble here and take it in. 13 yards away, he houses it. The Cowboys had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And let's watch Josh Jacobs. He's going to get the carry here, and look at him go. The Packers able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. They win it in the final moments. Here are the rest of the scores from a busy Week 13. All 32 teams in action over the course of this Thanksgiving weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Jackson now. And he fires one incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they saw some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
16 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So that touchdown, the 16th for him on the ground. Why is that important? Well, it sets the new standard for most rushing touchdowns in one season by a quarterback. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, Boutte. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
11.
That would give left side, Brown with it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that blitz had no problem finding its target, did it? Zone blitz. So the defensive linemen drop out instead of rushing the quarterback, and you replace them with linebackers or safeties. Throws off blocking assignments and throws off the reads of the quarterback. That makes it difficult to complete a pass.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28.
Done.
Burrow will throw. And pass complete. Here's Boutte with it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time, a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Throwing now is Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that's complete to Brown. Here's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 50
to throw, Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trenton Simpson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Here's Burrow. That is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Connecting with Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Throwing, Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Big.
Throwing, Burrow. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
Gotta go score. Let's go.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Bengals.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game.
Here we go.
But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
10 yards.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Burrow. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Burrow gets this complete to Butte. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's second down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down.
And that's what you might look back on as being a turning point. If he holds on to that, this game's over. But that's going to give this offense a second lease on life, and you can't afford to do that here in overtime.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. And there, a post route started out right, caught in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get 2 guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Bengals, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitors' sideline, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys struggling at this point of the year, just 2 wins in their last 7 games. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go through a driving rainstorm here in Baltimore. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm good.
And he's in! Jalen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Hey, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Jackson. Forced to his right. He runs with it. Whoa! And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He's got Likely over the middle. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
Second down, they need 7. From the gun, Roger. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
For a Steelers first down.
They send Fryermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. 3rd down and 9.
A loss of 7 yards.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. This will be returnable from his own 15. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes us back beyond the 25-yard line. Play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's been elusive in this first half. Look at those rushing numbers for him. Defense definitely going to have to find a way to keep him in check. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Forced out wide. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set down. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
46-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. So hard to get a shot on Jackson. Gave himself up there after picking up the 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Mike, thanks very much. The calendar now reads December. The holiday season is upon us, and the playoff picture starting to take shape. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. At Ford Field in Detroit, the Lions at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And it's David Montgomery. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Kenneth Walker. This might not have looked like much from the beginning, but it is turning into something. He's gone. This one's gone to halftime with the Seahawks lead this one at halftime by a count of 24-13. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's the man who made the Green Bay crowd go nuts on draft night, now playing in Lambeau Field, Matthew Golden. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Points is all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. Open right side is likely. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the markers. Now faking the give. That is caught to the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown Baltimore. The 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 17-7. This drive starts 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down. It's made. That's Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Johnson. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Now a guy starts that 1st-round pick up from his safety spot. to make the stop.
And it's third down.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. So the Steelers ready to kick this one, Scott. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Their own 26-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson exiting the pocket right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll drop to throw. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking timeout. About 54 to go. First and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. Headed left, buying time. He's taken down just shy of the 10. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll get into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Steelers 7.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with first and 10. Rodgers. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Now it's second and 1. Throwing Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for us.
A first down throw from Rodgers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
That's another Steelers.
Again, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and 1. Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back line. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Brings up third and 8.
from the gun. Rodgers. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. On the give, it's Johnson. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
He'll get up and spike it with a half-minute left to play in this one. On third down, Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, all you need is great execution.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. On play action, here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one's decided. Not sure they needed to take the timeout, but take it with them. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Now a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys are in the midst of a great run, only one loss in their last 10 games. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. These guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
11
They go play action with Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Get set. Right in.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here we go. Right in.
Now it's Burrow. Gets this complete to Butte. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
Now Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Can. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow going quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect that offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Shrugs him off. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Jackson now. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep here for Flowers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Jackson going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Nifty move. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As